So, Hare Krishna, Prabhujis, Matajis, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Hari Bol. Thank you, Pallavi Mataji, for joining. Shalu Mataji, Satya Prabhu, uh, Yamuna Mataji, Suma Mataji, Santosh Aitya Prabhu, and few others are going to join. So, can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Great.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, great, great. So, Prabhujis and Matajis, so basically, this call is to discuss about school Rath Yatras. Can we do Rath Yatras, Jagannath Rath Yatras in schools? Now, the question goes back, why do we want to do? Because Jagannath likes to see all of us, right? That's the only answer. Jagannath wants to see all of us. Jagannath wants to claim all of us. So, I'm not going to give a class on Jagannath Rath Yatra now. We all know, at least in this call, why we do the Jagannath Rath Yatra, where all it can be done. Is there a place where Rath Yatra cannot be done? Can anybody think of? Or should not be done? Or rather, is there a place that Lord Jagannath can say it doesn't belong to him?
No, Prabhuji.
No, right? So he can do Rath Yatra wherever he wants.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole Jagat is his, Jagannath. So he can do Rath Yatra in any part of the planet, anywhere he wants. So, with that being said, the idea is, why don't we invoke um, who is Jagannath, about the festival of Jagannath to children, and along with the children, the teachers of those children, the principals, the headmasters, the class teachers, right, the office staff, and when we do Rath Yatra in the school, indirectly the glories of Lord Jagannath will also go to. Sumamati, I'm hearing a resound. Yeah. Yeah. So the glories of Jagannath will also go to their parents. It will actually go to every household. Will know, oh my God, they'll start telling each other that, in my child's school, there is Jagannath Rath Yatra going. Right. So it's an encouragement. Directly, we're encouraging everybody. Yeah. So, with that being said, the idea popped up, and it's not like it's a unique idea. It's been done in the past. Uh, and the one who did it was Srila Prabhupada himself. He did a Rath Yatra along with his friends, students. I don't know if it's a school setup. What if it is not a school? Still, it was students, small children. They all did a Rath Yatra. And we are trying to facilitate the Rath Yatra for the children in all schools, right? So, in today's session is primarily for volunteers. Now, you all have chosen to be volunteers in this initiative, whereby what is your role going to be? You are going to meet the school authorities when the right time comes. So anybody, even you can also go ahead and encourage a school. We all have to do that. But if somebody else is going and doing encouraging a school, and the school person says, "I think I want to hear more," then that person will need somebody from our team to go and meet, right? To go and meet those school authorities. So, because we don't want to invent a wheel, reinvent a wheel, whereby we don't know what to speak, how to present, what to say, what not to say. See, the goal is to make it successful. The goal is to make sure that the school authorities understand why we are doing what we are doing with a good presentation, with a good encouraging goal behind it, right? Instead of sounding very religious or saying Jagannath is God, so you have to do it, which he is. But not everybody's consciousness is ready to accept that kind of philosophy, and we should not expect that also. Basically, we want to present Rath Yatra in a very holistic way, in a very apt way to this world, so that they will be encouraged to conduct the Rath Yatra in their schools. Right? At the end of the day, the schools are not ours. Maybe a day will come when 10 of us here in this group right now will have our own schools and we can do Rath Yatras in our own schools. But that is not the situation today, right? So, all said and done, I have prepared this small presentation which I want to take you through, which you already have seen partially in the satsang last week. But I just want to quickly take you through, and then we can discuss on the um, more details of what we should talk, etc. And then we can also have some Q&A, which is most essential, where you all might have questions. How exactly is it going to work, right? So let me know when you can see my screen. 1 second. Let me first open the presentation. Yeah, it is right there. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Tell me if you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah. Okay. So, Prabhujis and Matajis. So, thank you for others who have just joined, Manasa Mataji, Padma Mataji, and others. So, why we are doing Rath Yatra for students? See, the goal is to introduce the biggest festival of our country, right? We all should be proud and we all should know what is the biggest festival of our country. Many people don't know. If you ask what is the biggest festival, people will say Diwali, because Diwali is celebrated everywhere. Yeah, that is true. But a single assembly of people coming at one place and doing such a big festival, which even shocked the Britishers, right? When the Britishers came, they also were shocked to see, my God, what kind of a festival is this? And they looked at the cart and they were scared to see the size of the cart. They never seen any vehicle of that size. I think even in today's day and time, we don't have any vehicle of that size, right? So they even named that vehicle as Jagannath, right? That which is very huge. If somebody falls under it, he'll die. It's there in the English Oxford Dictionary also, Jagannath. And we should tell this to the principal, that even Britishers recognize this festival as something special. And we want to introduce this festival as the festival it is to all the students. Now, what is the benefit? They will know about a tradition. Ours is a very unique tradition whereby the faith that we keep in God, the God himself comes out of his home, out of the temple, which is very unique. It doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. I haven't seen in any other religion God being brought out and he is actually witnessing every street. No, it doesn't happen. So ours is very unique. So we are presenting this in a very beautiful way in the form of this festival in your school. And what is the best part of this is it kind of just encourages so much activity. As you can see the picture on the right side, children, small children, they're very innocent. They like to repeat what we show them, right? So all of them are making such a nice pictures of Jagannath, flowers, kind of posters. They can do dance in front of the Rath, you know, any kind of dance, the cultural dance they can do, Bharatanatyam or folk dance or anything like that. And they also get a chance to cook for Jagannath. You might ask, what will children cook? Well, their parents can cook. Okay, if they don't want to cook, that's okay. But they can bring one gift for Jagannath in the form of an apple, in the form of fruit, or in the form of a eggless cookie, right? And they can keep and show it to the Rath. It's to encourage, to show the culture of giving it back to God also. Now, whatever I'm saying, you'll have the recording and you can hear it again, because this is the script that will be useful for you when you go in front of the principal and actually speak from heart. We all have been doing it. We all know what this festival is all about. And of course, to pull the cart is such a great fun. Who doesn't like to pull the cart? Who doesn't want to be on the cart, pull the cart? So it's a great festival of fun. And singing the names and instruments. Some children play flute, some children play drums, some children play so many other instruments. And we will also have our own brigade of kirtaniers who will be accompanying, and children will see a very musical festival. It's actually, you can also call it as a musical festival. Yeah, that's also a good idea. You can say gods, or you can say Rath Yatra Kart Musical Festival. That is kind of more appealing, at least for children. So blessings of God, of course, the final thing, everybody needs good blessings for good health and prosperity in life, which is what children tend to expect from a school. And they will get it by doing this festival. So that's about motivating children, motivating the school authority to do the festival. Time schedule that we are expecting 2 hours of their time, preferably, their morning time during assembly. But before that, we also would want to explain what is this festival all about. Like we can do a single class for the whole auditorium for the entire school, or we can do two classes, one for grade 1 to grade 4, and then grade 5 to grade 10, something like that, depending on, or more than that. Whereby one of us, you volunteers, one of you will go and actually do that class. You can use a PowerPoint presentation, or you can just have a very, you know, in an animated way, you can explain the whole story of Jagannath, right? Now, what story of Jagannath? How Indraduni Maharaj was waiting, and then, how he was looking for Neelamadav, and how Neelamadav turned into Jagannath, and how Jagannath travels, and pretty much limited to that. That's enough. We don't have to get into the Vrindavan Leela of Lord Krishna going to meet Srimati Radharani, and how Baladev, Subhadra, and Krishna go in three chariots. That's a little Gupta Leela. That may be good for people who are practicing devotion, but not for children, and especially for new people, right? So you can talk about Jagannath, the Neel Madhav Leela, and how we can tell some mysteries about the Jagannath. I had given a lecture in the past when I think on the welcoming day of Rath Yatra. By 1 second, I have to send a message. Yeah, yeah. So on the welcoming day of Jagannath in Dasraj Prabhu's house, I had given a lecture where I had prepared some notes and I had given. You can refer to that, and you can add some more amazing points. Right. Again, remember that we are addressing children here, and also some teachers. So make it more fun rather than very mystic. And next, contribution. Everything boggles down to money, right? So what does it take? Yeah, children can buy some books. We will bring some. We'll keep a bookstall, but that's only on choice, no mandate. And we can get some Jai Jagannath book. There is a Jai Jagannath book actually, which can be sold. Which we can order and keep them. And uh, Prashadam, and together cost of bringing the Rath. Most probably we'll be bringing the small Rath, not the big Rath, right? Small Rath is enough. But if a school is very enthusiastic, we can even take the big Rath there, and children can pull it. Teachers, children, everybody. So together it might cost around 25,000. And if school feels they can contribute as part of their budget, nothing like it, we'll encourage them. But if they don't, then we say, okay, we want you to experience it. We will ask some parents to do it. Some parents will do it, right? Now we'll tell them like that. We don't have to say which parent, or it can be one of us or one among our satsang members who can sponsor it. So what is the advantage of sponsoring a school Rath Yatra? We all know. We go back to Jagannath. So 25,000, and with our little endeavor, we can uh, we can make 1,000 children eat Jagannath Prasad, right? And 1,000 children in their life who may or may not have gone to Jagannath Puri ever in their life, but Jagannath has come right to their school and they are pulling it. So what a great fortune. So I'll do that selling, you will do that selling wherever you are in your satsangs. And I can easily think, I am not even worried how the sponsors will come. Let Jagannath worry about that. So this is what is the plan. And here is a picture of how it was done. As you can see, this is DAV Public School. It was done on 8th of July 2024. There was this Rath that was made, little bigger in size, and you can see teachers are holding it, children are holding it, they're pulling it, and they're seeing the whole thing is captured, in this one slide. And there is drums, a principal, everybody is so excited, very, very, very nice. And here are some sadhus who were brought. Now, we don't have to bring many sadhus. That's not the goal also. So the volunteer himself can be the speaker. And you can see all children are sitting in the assembly. They are made to chant God's names, because that is what the festival is. We are not trying to introduce something different. We are going to tell the principal that you will exactly experience what happens in Jagannath Puri. And this is what happens in Jagannath Puri. Everybody chants God's names. Now, if they say, oh, there are secular children, so we are not forcing anybody to chant. They can chant, they can chant. They don't want to chant, they don't want to chant. But we are just replicating the festival, right? Even Hindu children say Eid Mubarak, on Eid day. Is it anything bad? No, they are telling Eid Mubarak. So in the same way, even a Muslim child or Christian child can tell Jai Jagannath. There is no problem. And if they don't say it, no problem. We are just introducing a festival. Like they introduce Christmas in their school, like they introduce many other festivals like, Deepavali or even some Ugadi, etc. You're introducing Jagannath festival. So Janmashtami, they do Janmashtami in schools, right? There is some kind of festival that happens. So whatever they do, same thing here. Now I added one more slide on questions of, are there any preparations before the event? Yes, our volunteers will explain the class teachers how to engage the students. So we'll tell you can have a session with the teachers alone where you can tell them, okay, you can encourage your children to make crafts, they can make some banners, they can make some performances, all that you can tell the teachers, encourage them. We don't have to tell the specific, we can tell them what all they can do in front of the Rath. Now our volunteers will give 60-minute session on what is the festival all about, and they can send the communication to the students and the parents also. Why not? If parents are interested to come and join, they can also come and join. That's up to the school. We are just suggesting. And we can have some special awards for children, who are participating, like best costume, best banner, best etc. Best. We can give some nice book, like a Krishna book, something like that. Nice children books we can give as some gifts. And Rath Yatra festival, what will happen? Where, when, who, and what? This is always a question. Where it will happen? It will happen in your school campus. And if you don't have a campus, which unfortunately some schools don't, due to the costly land in that side of the city, they don't have school grounds, so they can do it within the school itself. If they have an auditorium, we can do it in the auditorium. Small Rath can go and do it. Or if they have a hallway in the school, even in the hallway it can be done. All is pull the Rath from one side of the hallway to another side of the hallway. That's all it means. When it has to be done, we have a choice of 9 days, 27th of June to 5th of July this year. This is the most auspicious time. Exactly when the Rath Yatra is happening, we are replicating that in the school. And any time during the school hours is okay, but preferably in the morning hours, because the sun is not too hot and people will be comfortable to, be in the assembly. Who is going to do it? You will choose the team, and we will support them. So they will choose the team, headmaster, master, cultural head of the school, cultural teacher, whatever name you have. And cultural programs will be done by school students. And special kirtan, of course, we'll have a little kirtan mandali, and they will do the mridanga and kartal and kirtan. What do we need? Chariot will be brought by us. They don't have to construct a chariot. And all students, led by the teachers, will pull it. Portable sound system we can take with us. It's only 2 hour Rath Yatra. We have a sound system which has a battery of 3 hours, so no problem. We can take it. If they have one, we'll use that. No problem. So there are many other Rath Yatras that are done across in many colleges, many schools. We are not the first one doing it. So some pictures here. So what are you going to do? You're going to take a color printout of this in a nice way, this presentation. Or actually, if there are any improvisations needed after this call, I'm going to make a note of it and add those also. Or we have this volunteer group now. You can mention it in that group, and I can add them into the presentation, right? And then we can take a color printout of this and be ready. Whenever an opportunity comes, we'll assign a volunteer who will go along with whoever is trying to get us connected to the school authorities, and we'll go and discuss. And if they're fortunate, Jagannath blesses the festival will happen. And why not be part of it? That's the whole idea, right? We're just trying it out. We're nothing to lose. We only have everything to gain, and we are trying to make everybody else also gain in the whole process. That is the idea. And coming to the dates, right? Um, we have several Rath Yatras of our own in communities planned on Saturday, Sunday, right? So preferably, we will not try to encourage them to do it on Saturday and Sunday. And obviously, Saturday and Sunday is like a holiday. Saturday, some schools are available, but then we will say Monday to Friday is the best time. So Monday mornings. So how many Rath Yatras can happen, Prabhujis? We have 3 small Raths, and we have close to 5 working days, 6 working days actually. So 6 into 3, 18 Rath Yatras, we have a capacity, right? And why not only small Raths? If we push ourselves to even pulling a big Rath into a bigger school, then we can do many number of Rath Yatras, right? And all it needs is only 2 people. 2 volunteers from this team will go for one Rath Yatra, not one person, at least 2. right? And they can take support from other satsang members. We will announce it and we'll tell only 2 hours in the morning. Can't you come before going to office? You can come, and it's best you can come in your traditional attire. No, I cannot. So we're not going to push people on attire too much. We don't want to push the culture aspect too much into it. Yeah, the main volunteers can go in that cultural dress. Mataji is anyway wearing saris. There is a Prabhuji, Sri Gopal Prabhu or Satya Prabhu or Santosh Haite Prabhu or myself. We can choose to wear dhoti, and we can, let them come in whatever dress they want. We can tell the school authorities as part of orientation. It will be nice if you also can come in traditional dresses of your respective state, right? No problem. And how they can conduct the Rath Yatra, Prabhujis? Again, I didn't write it down in the presentation, but it can be grouped based on class. Class 1 pulls it first, class 2 pulls it first, class 3 pulls it first, second, third, like that, grade wise, or state wise. If you have children of all Assam coming at one, Assam is pulling with a board of Assam, right? And then Telangana is pulling, or Andhra is pulling, and Tamil Nadu is pulling, and Karnataka. Why not? I don't know. Something that just gives them identity and a beautiful feeling. Whole India is pulling, right? By age group. And teachers are pulling. Yeah, there will be a time teachers are pulling. There will be nice. I'm telling you one thing, Provision Matajis. Any school that is going to say yes for this and they will make it happen, they are going to chase us for the second year because they are really going to experience something special, which they have not done in any of their festivals. Right? So now the forum is open for everybody to discuss. I have published what I'm supposed to tell. If you want, I can stop recording, or if the questions are relevant, let me know. Should I continue recording? We can discuss.
Yeah, we can continue recording for a few FAQ,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
FAQ and suggestions.
So first of all, how do we begin? Do we begin with a region-wise category and then we look for all the schools? Do we have preferences like government school, private school, publics, like that?
Yeah, it's a good question. So what I'm thinking, each one of us has our children in some school. We go to that school.
Okay.
Right? So let's go to the school where you are a parent yourself. So that gives more weight.
Great.
And if you have 2, 3 parents, right? For example, I have some parents of my child's friends or other through some other way. If 5 parents go together and say, may or may not in religious attire, just go and say, hey, we want to do this. We are doing it. Why don't we do it in school? This is the format, and we as ISKCON are supporting it. Yeah.
Yeah, Prabhuji. So we begin with the school. So I can float a sheet, Prabhuji, with all of the devotees here, and then we can list all the schools. They can enter their school names.
Yeah. Like we did the first Rath Yatra in my home Avatar, and my home Avatar was one of the prestigious communities in this whole locality. And everybody likes to follow. Everybody likes to follow somebody special when they do it, right? So it really helped in starting Rath Yatras in 32 places today, Hare Krishna, without any problem. So we should also try to, hit the bullseye. We should try to go for the big international schools. Of course, we'll also do it in small schools. Jagannath likes to go everywhere.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji, I'm
Mataji.
already in touch with Gaudium School. So I spoke to the PR head. So as usual, she'll give me a standard answer. Ma'am,
Secular.
it might not be possible. So I told her, see, I'm not going to talk to you. Either connect me with principal or the CEO of the school. So unfortunately, principal is off this week. So next week I will catch hold of her. But I'm pretty sure it will happen in Gaudium because Gaudium always encourages such things. Even last annual day, I've shared some pictures. They have done the annual day on the name of the Shavataram. So I hope it should happen. So I'm only doubting about the sponsor thing, but that is not a matter. That will that.
I am sponsoring for Gaudium whenever it is happening. Done. Over.
We'll
Khatam.
take care of it, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So that's the least thing we have to worry about.
Prabhuji,
right?
what's the typical estimate, Prabhu? You are saying 25,000.
25,000.
What constitutes the 25, Prabhu?
5,000 for
Just to get an
5,000
idea.
for 5,000 for decoration, 5,000 for bringing and taking back the Rath, and say 15,000 for Prasadam.
Prashadam. Okay. So we
Prashadam we
serve
are
like
giving in
a
drone prashad
drones
only,
for the
only
entire
drone.
school.
Yeah,
Okay.
for the entire school. What I am planning is a small khaja, a little khichdi. Thus,
Khichdi and Kaja small. Okay.
small khaja, not a big khaja.
Understood. Understood.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
or only khaja. Just make it simple, only khaja.
Small suggestion, Prabhuji. So
Yeah, go ahead.
from the slides which you have showed,
Hmm.
we can make a brochure, like a product brochure.
Hmm.
We make it. So it will be a professional way to speak to the principal. This is what I am thinking. We can have a nice presentation, and
Yes.
like
So
our
that is
project profile.
so that is the reason I had included Lakshmikant Prabhu also in this group ahead of the discussion. I also told him that expect some media material to be created. So he's very much looking forward. So if you can take a little initiative, Prabhuji, Santosh Aditya Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
pass on, if you can take a little initiative of passing on some information to him so he can make a brochure.
Yes.
Yeah, you can keep
Yes.
publishing, the idea or the status of the brochure, and we all keep suggesting, and let's finalize the brochure.
So
Yeah.
we'll print some maybe 100 brochures or so and try to whichever school we go, we can give that brochure after we explain to the principal or correspondent. We can leave the brochure with them.
Yeah, brochure. I would suggest not just one side other, like a opening,
Pages.
like a
Like
4
a book.
pages.
It comes like a book, like a our
Small
product
book.
profile.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
Are there any other schools? Are there any schools already in list, Prabhu, where we need to go and talk or something?
I'm
Or is
planning
it
to
like
go.
we need to start from zero?
Yeah, I'm planning to go and talk in uh, our Waldorf, famous Waldorf school. Why not? And give it a
Perfect.
shot. And then I think without naming the names of the schools, since we are recording the call, I don't think we need to. So basically, we are just going, and everybody has their children in some school, and we are going to encourage. See, what is going to happen is, probably, one or two successes, and people's confidence will increase to go and discuss. Right? Sometimes we
That
are
is true,
hesitant.
Prabhu.
Yeah, one or two
That is true.
successes, and we have good amount of time. We are now in March. So May and June, April, May, June, we have 3 months actually to plan all these Rath Yatras. Of course, time flies, but the sooner we plan, the better it is, because we block the dates, and then we also have to do the sessions in the schools before the Rath Yatra, right? So preliminary work involved, getting their time.
And we have to do it in those 9 days only, no, Prabhuji, that
Yeah,
we have to stick
in
to.
those 9 days. Actually, by saying so also, we kind of give a very authentic feeling
Right,
to the
right.
school. It's not like any time of a year.
It's fine because it's a weekday, and weekday we won't do anywhere else.
Yeah.
So I
And
guess
and that day, we all we have to do is previous night itself, we can keep the Rath somewhere near the what is that? We can keep the Rath somewhere near the school or inside the school with
and
ropes,
decorate.
everything. And even decoration we can do the previous day evening itself.
Yeah.
Right?
Prabhuji,
And
schools will be very particular about timings. Like 10 means 10 o'clock you
yeah,
start. 8 o'clock means 8
So
o'clock you start. Like that.
exactly. So they finish the assembly at 8, start at 8, at 8:10 assembly, 8:10 we start. Khatam. We already know the format. And we're going to
And
have a
ending
meeting.
also, we make sure we end on time also.
Done. And in fact, say grade one does the pulling, and they are given the prasad. It's over already. Grade 2 does the pulling, they are given the prasad. Prasadam card goes behind and or forward, whatever
It's
way.
not that the entire school they try to come in and form the queue. It is class by class or something.
It
Is the
can. So
format
it can.
recommended?
Yeah. Whichever way they wish. Sometimes they
Okay.
just want to see all the school to witness, and teachers are pulling. That's also okay.
Understood.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and this is the first year we are doing it. Right? So there are going to be a lot of learnings, a lot of improvements for the next year, a lot of testimonies.
Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's try. And this is the volunteer team. And if you've not attended this call, if you're hearing the recording, feel as good as you attended. I'm going to send the presentation in the group. You want to add anything to it? We all are capable of doing all those improvements in our offices. So why don't we do it? I'm not saying what is there is benchmark. Just do what is needed to make it happen. Hmm? Okay. So if there are no more questions, we can end the call.
Thank you,
Let-
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Dandavat pranam.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Dandavad pranam. Hare Krishna.
Wha-
Vancha
wait,
kalpataru
wait.
bhyascha kripa sindhu
Whenever there
bhyascha
is a question, we'll post it in the WhatsApp.
Yes, yes. Let's keep the group active. And let's also keep sharing the achievements, sharing the discussions. If you have gone and spoken to a teacher like Padma Mataji, what you discussed, you can share in the group. So we know what was discussed, what worked, what didn't work, what was the answer people didn't like, or what were their expectations when we were asking about it, right? Of course, we already know some things that are going to come as challenges, but let's keep sharing them so we go with the improvised version to the next school.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
సో ప్రభుజీ మీరు బ్రోచర్ రెడీ చేశాక స్కూల్లో వెళ్ళి అడగమంటారా, ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేయమంటారా?
స్కూల్లో వెళ్ళి అడగడం స్టార్ట్ చేసేవచ్చు. బ్రోషర్, ఓకే. Why don't we do this? Let us give another, say, 5 days, for the brochure to be ready. Right? I
ఎందుకంటే
think that
మళ్ళీ
should be.
వెళ్తే బాధగా ఉంటుంది.
Yeah,
బ్రోచర్
yeah,
తోనే
no. Yeah, we'll take the brochure. Yeah, Santoshate Prabhu, you can get started on the work with Lakshmikant Prabhu. You
Yes.
can involve me also, right? Let him make a brochure.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
our presentation itself is close
Yes,
to
sir.
good enough as a brochure. If it can be put into a brochure format with a little, good image.
I'm actually working on that.
Yeah.
So initial
Nice,
presentation,
Prabhuji.
I made it like a brochure kind of a thing. So I'm discussing with the local person. It might be ready in 2 days. A sample.
Let's also make a one leaf brochure for giving it to students, what they can take to their houses and show to their parents.
Yes, ప్రభుజీ.
Right? How I can participate in Rath Yatra or Rath Kart Festival. Right? Yatra is very religious again. Rath Kart Festival. And you can say, make your paintings, sing a song, play an instrument or do a dance, something like that, 5 things. And the child takes it and shows, Ma, tell me what we can do. Or bring a cookie or bring a cake. Something like that. Then that can also be shown as a brochure. We can print like 100 of those and show it that, this is something that you can send to your students' houses if they want to participate.
Prabhuji,
Yes.
Prabhuji, should we split the story and Rath Yatra on 2 different days? Because
Yeah, of course. So that's what I was saying. Before activities
First
and on the
initial-
Rath Yatra activity.
Okay.
On the Rath Yatra
So
day,
that
you're only
day we are-
performing Rath Yatra.
Okay.
Story is all happening before. So we're going to ask so this is the commitment we need, that, school has to tell an auditorium, they have to book the auditorium, their own auditorium, for children of grade, LKG to fourth class, kind of childish in one, in that which will tell the story in a different way, and class 5 to class 12 in a different way, right?
Yeah.
So 2 times, at least 2 sessions for all the students, right? If they don't give auditorium, then whoever is volunteer can take more help and each can do class by class.
Yes.
Right? That's going to be a little austerity, more time commitment, but that is what it means we have to do. But ask for an auditorium and orientation to teachers also, staff. That is going to be another thing that is before activity, right? Where we'll tell the teachers, engage your students this way. And there will be a collective Rath Yatra meeting with the whole management about what is going to happen on that day. And they will tell, this teacher will stand in front of the Rath, he'll be security heads, he'll be this, he'll be that. We'll do. So they will present how they want to do the Rath Yatra and we'll just help them plan it.
Yes.
On Rath Yatra day is only execution and distributing prasadam. And maybe a book table for children to buy.
So first we'll try to do in the respective schools, Prabhuji. If we get a positive response, then we'll try to extend to the other schools where our children are not a part of it.
Yeah. Once we, Mataji, I'll tell you, all these principals also have a circle of their own.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's what I
Right?
meant.
So moment one principal says yes and she's excited, she's going to present it. Hey, we are doing it in our school. What about you?
Yes.
The vibe just goes, and see, this is the first year. So we will be enthusiastic and see, let us see how it goes. You never know.
Yeah.
People have tried it, but in a very secluded way. Now we are doing it in a very organized way, with more preparation, a very professional way. I'm having brochure, having pamphlets, a clear methodology, speech that we want to discuss, Can one of you volunteer to hear this audio today and try to make a script, a one-pager script that a volunteer can read it before he enters the school, what exactly he needs to speak?
Yeah, Prabhuji, I can do it.
Oh, great, Mataji. Thank you. Yeah, that will be very helpful. And maybe a small script of anybody who is going to the school to
Yeah.
ask for this option also, a parent or one of us also. So two, volunteers talk and parents talk, or the person who is going and starting the initiative. Bullets, few points. So we are not blank. Sometimes we get tensed, we don't know what we are speaking.
Yeah.
And if you want to put some don'ts also,
Yeah.
it'll be great.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
More
if
than
the
religious
school
way, we
agree,
have to present it more in a fun-filled way.
Yeah, fun. It should be shown like you're going to have a great time. Yes,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji.
if the
Should
school
be-
agree,
we-
a katha also can be done on the day of Rath Yatra, like quickly 20 minutes, and then so set the mood and then do the Rath Yatra.
We can,
Because
yeah.
otherwise, see, one is trying to get a first meeting with the school and try to convince is one or two kind of job, and after that again trying to give the katha is taking time of the school time and again executing. So if 2 and 3 can be combined, of course, based on how school prefers.
Yeah, I think let's leave it. See, first preference is we should get an exclusive katha time so that everybody is focused on that and people are sitting and hearing. Assembly,
Yes.
and if it's sunny, right? Just imagine making them sit in the sun and telling 20 minutes katha and then the Rath Yatra starts. Not everybody has a covered dome for their assembly.
Understood.
So preference is before, so that there is proper attention and proper kind of katha given for small children versus big children.
అర్థమైంది ప్రభు.
Yeah. ఏం లేకపోతే ఇక and how much time we need? Half an hour is also enough to give the katha. Even half an hour is needed. That's enough.
So, Prabhuji, how can we involve parents, Prabhuji?
How can we
Yeah.
involve parents when? During the Rath Yatra or before
During
for
the
organizing?
For organizing or for sponsorship, like.
Yeah. So Mataji, if it's sponsorship, first we're going to ask our own satsang members if they want to sponsor, right? And while we are discussing with the school authorities, we are also going to ask them if your school wants to sponsor, right? Or, last thing, I'm not thinking about this, but if children can contribute from their families, right? 50 rupees each for experiencing the Rath Yatra festival, they also get a gift, they also get a prasadam, etc. The least thing, that's the last thing you want to go to. But, and since you have gone to that school, and somebody has taken you to that school, one parent has taken you to the school, that means the parent is already interested. So she knows some other parent. They together choose, okay, let's sponsor. It doesn't have to be 25,000. It can also be partial amount. How much ever we get, we use it.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
So,
Mataji. Yeah.
So one more thing here is like, does the size of the school or the name of the school really matter?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
instead of directly going to the international schools and the schools in which our kids study, if we have a hands-on experience of the schools that we have in our locality, nearby schools, because I think it's easier to convince them before convincing the international school. So we'll have a good experience of what questions are coming from them and how we can be prepared. So before we go to the schools in our locality, small schools, that would be better, I guess.
I think
Is it
two ways of looking at it, Mataji. One, what you told is to get an experience of handling and getting some initial confidence by getting good wins. I think what you told is right. You can go to local school, get some wins. Immediately you're getting some wins. Win. 4 or 5 wins. So we feel more confident, right?
Yeah.
So that's a good strategy. Another way of looking at it is why Prabhupada went to America. Right? So when you go to international school, crack international school, then everybody else will follow. Like, I don't want to name the school name because it's getting recorded. That school is doing it? Are they really? They're doing it? Oh, really? Oh, we'll also do it. It's unfortunate, but the world works like that.
Yeah, that's true, Prabhuji. But means I was trying to tell in our point of view, because when we go directly to them, I don't think we'll they'll be having a lot of questions. My kids study in Future Kids, so that principal is like very secular. Whatever she speaks, she's not like. I don't think
Yeah.
she is very favorable for this. So before going to her, I think if I try my hands on other schools, so I'll know what all the questions principals might have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Why not? Why
so
not?
I'll have a good chance of convincing her. So I
No,
thought
what you
like,
told, as I said, there are two sides of the same coin. So you can start this way also, that way also. And actually, what you told makes sense. Get some low hanging fruits. Some little medium sized schools which are more open, more accepting to these kind of initiatives. Do it there, and let's celebrate some wins in this group in the next 1-2 weeks itself. Hari bol, hari bol, hari bol. Ho gaya, school ho gaya, and then we get more confidence to get into the bigger schools. But if somebody has the confidence of going and handling the bigger school, they can very well go.
okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
One request is, anybody who's going, first mention in this group before you go. So that I can have a word with you, and you can have a word with me, or with any others in this
We all
group.
can pray.
We all can pray, yeah, more intensely, right? We can do one extra round that morning. Hari bol, go ahead. Our warrior is going to this school, and we all will eagerly wait what just happened there. And then you come back and say, Hari bol. Then we all say, Hari bol, Nitai Gaur. So that's what is going to happen. So we also going to have fun, Prabhuji's Mataji. See, as much as these initiatives um, are challenging, एंड सो मच आर दे filled with fun. कभी सोचा था जिंदगी में रथ यात्रा करेंगे? कभी ने कभी सोचा था? नहीं सोचा था ना. We never thought. We are doing rath yatras, and then we are doing in communities, gated communities. Maximum sadists are already addressed in the society. I'm sorry to say that, but then you are getting into schools. The upcoming future generation, right? I said sadist because, I said sad because just on the humor side, that, people who are too egoistic about their achievements, who live in these gated communities, who think they are the center of the world, there we are doing Rath Yatra. So, what example we are setting for the whole world, right? And now children are coming, and I'll tell you what, these Rath Yatras in the schools may be great openings for many other communities.
Yeah.
They're going to complement, because we are addressing the same crowd. The same crowd what was there in the community where the children pulled the Rath are the same children who are going to pull the Rath in the school, and the same children in the school are going to encourage their parents. Why not do it in the community? And who knows what it might lead to. Prabhuji and Matajis, this is a plan of Jagannath. Jagannath is executing this. He already knows which schools it's going to happen. He already knows which parents is connecting. He already knows where new satsangs are going to start. He already knows which new families we will get to serve. He already knows what's going to happen next. We are just going to experience it and enjoy it.
Hari bol.
So, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
ప్రభుజీ మా పిల్లలు శ్రీ చైతన్య చదువుతారు ప్రభుజీ. సో ఆ శ్రీ చైతన్యకి కొంచెం దూరంలోనే ఇంకొక శ్రీ చైతన్య ఉంటది. దానికి కొంచెం దూరంలోనే లైక్ గవర్నమెంట్ స్కూల్ ఉంటది ప్రభుజీ. లైక్ సేమ్ క్యాంపస్ లాగానే ఉంటది, పక్క పక్కన ఉంటవి. సో అప్పుడు లైక్ టుగెదర్ చేద్దామంటారా, లేకపోతే ఈచ్ స్కూల్
మాట్లాడొచ్చు, but they all have their own competitiveness. They all have their own envies. That is the nature of this world. I'm not saying they're not collaborative, but you never know. You can try, but be mindful. Sometimes people become upset also when you say, hey, I spoke to that Chaitanya, Meeru okkutte baaguntadi, khatam. That is one reason for him to say, no, I'm not interested. First make them agree. No, I would say first make them agree individually, and then propose if there is a possibility of collectively.
ఎందుకంటే రద్దు వెళ్లే దారిలోనే ఇంకొకటి ఉంటది ప్రభుజీ.
Yeah, but Mataji, as I said, 3 Rath Yatras can happen simultaneously. We have 3 Raths and 6 volunteers in all the 3 places. Don't worry about that. But at the same time, I'm saying some people become upset of combining. See, I live in a gated community. There is a gated community right opposite to my gated community. When I propose to the MCs of these gated communities that one Rath will start from here, come back in that community, it became a big issue. Right? They were like, how can you even think of combining communities where the 80% of the name of both the communities is same, only the suffix is changing. Still they had so much problem, right? What to speak of, they're not even business communities, they are residential communities, and they're thinking so competitively. What to speak of educational business, right? How much they might think competitively. So how they might want to do their one in a very special way as compared to somebody else. Let's not even get into those areas, Yeah, if they want to combine later, why not? And one other point. If if the school doesn't have an auditorium, it doesn't have a hallway, it doesn't have a ground, but it has a road in front of it, they can get the
Yes.
police permission and we can do it on the road also. In
Yes,
front of the
Prabhuji.
school, in front of the school.
Yes.
But for that permission, they have to get.
Ade. Yeah. Okay, Prabhuji.
You can tell them that, we got permission for our Rath Yatra, we can educate you how to do that, but they also know how to get permission.
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Jai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, and I want to end with one thing. Just a thought just came, right? We can have a one separate yatra scheduled for all the principals of all these schools to Jagannath,
Hare
right? After this Rath Yatra. Let them experience Jagannath. Hare Krishna. Dandavut pranam. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindubhyasya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Ananta Koti Vaishnavvrindaki Jai.
Jai.
All assembled devotees ki jai. All volunteers ki jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Hari
Lilananda
Premanande.
Prabhu ki
Hare
jai.
Down.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Dandavut pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.